now moving into introduction of hosting organizations. First, Momiji Healthcare Society.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Keiko. I'm working as a client intervention worker at the Momiji Healthcare Society. Momiji Healthcare Society is located at the Markham Road and Kingston Road in Scarborough. It's a supportive housing for primarily Japanese Canadian senior, but anybody who are over 60 years old, they can apply for the housing. And our target populations are 60 plus years old seniors and their caregivers. So we are providing many online program, exercise or socializing program using a Zoom platform. If you'd like to receive the information, please let me know. Thank you.
And the Home Center for Geriatric Care.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mabel. I'm from Yihong Center for Geriatric Care. I'm a Director of Education, Research, and Volunteer Development. My colleagues and I are very happy to be here today. Yihong Center is a non-profit organization providing community support services, home support services, long-term care homes, and hospice to the community. During the pandemic, now we mostly provide our programs using online platforms such as the virtual adult day programs, webinars, and support groups. So if you would like to learn more about our services, please feel free to give us a call or check out our website. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mabel. So my name is Chie. I am a social worker at the Japanese Social Services. JSS is a non-profit agency located on the second floor of Japanese Cardiac Culture Center, but we are not the JCC, we're different agencies, and we're providing counseling and programs in Japanese and English. And the current service status, same as eHome, we're serving in remote only. It may change a little bit because we are now in the gray zone, and then some people really need to have the counseling face-to-face, or like without that it's not much efficient, or like so that we only for those people we're providing counseling in person. Probably we're going to move into that soon, but to do that you have to call us and make an appointment. And the programs are all in remote, and we're having some Japanese programs like chair yoga sessions for seniors, craft club, hot lunch social program, or like phone conversation with social worker. That's actually me. We can have some conversation in 60 minutes, and then give you can make some questions or concerns that you have on a daily basis, and then I can answer to that, or like provide some referral information, so that we are having those programs in Japanese. Okay, then move on to the main part of today's session. So Keiko,
yeah.
Right.
Okay. I just wanted to share my screen. Can you everyone see my screen? Right? Hold a second. Okay, that's good. And then slideshow. As detected, the graphic color may not be configured. Show message. Okay, that's great. Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for attending this session. So this is the second session of the Positive Aging Workshop series, which are collaborated with JSS and eHome Geriatric Center and Momiji. So in this series, we can present the positive aging through the lens from Japanese, Korean, and Chinese culture. So let me introduce myself. My name is Keiko. My educational background is a social work, and I've been here for over 10 years. Yeah, today's topic is learning from Japanese Canadian seniors. We have 2 guest speakers who will talk about their view of positive lifestyle. So we will conduct this session by interview style, and we will have a Q&A at the end. I would like to have the interaction at the Q&A time that we can learn each other how you stay positive, especially during this pandemic. So please, please, we wanted to hear your opinions and then how you keep positive. So first, let me introduce first guest, Mr. Nakawatase. Hold a second. So Nakawatase-san, can you hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
Okay, so tell me about yourself.
My name is Nakawatase Satsuo. They call Kikanisei too. Kikanisei means born in the Canada and probably planning to take to Japan. I live over there a little while. I came back to Canada. So that's called Kikanisei. And Japanese Canadian second generation. That's Kikanisei.
Yeah. Thank you. So the Kikanisei was born in Canada and went back to Japan during the wartime, right?
Before the wartime.
Oh, before the wartime.
Yes. Because that's Kikanisei, they had the 2 parts. One, before the war, went to Japan, lived in Japan, came back to Canada. Well, one part is like myself. Before the war, I went to Japan, lived for a while, back to Canada. That was the 2 parts. So it's a different way.
So you are the first one or the second one?
First one, because before the war, I went to Japan.
Okay, right. So do you have a siblings? Do you have like a brother or a sister who went to the same experience or just by yourself?
Oh, no. My sister is the same thing, born in Canada. They went to Japan. So they didn't came back to Canada, but myself, I came.
I see.
They stay in Japan.
Yeah. So I don't know, probably many of the participants know that during the World War II, and then after the World War II, the Japanese Canadian, they went through camp and had a really hardship after the war too. Yeah. So would you like to tell more about other than Akikanisei, like where how you came back to return to Canada?
Well, after the war, Japan was not so good condition, like economic is a lot of things. We didn't have anything good, no place to live over there. So I think back to Canada, much better living. The only reason I think came back, I was born in Canada, so I have a Canadian citizenship. Then I have no problem to came to Canada to work with it.
I see.
I was very lucky to have came back and I had the job and so on.
I see. Would you mind telling us that which parts in Japan that you are raised?
Oh, so down the south, Kagoshima Ken,
Mm,
in the Kyushu, way down the south.
yeah, it's a very warm area,
Right.
and then have a good fruits,
We don't see the snow
right?
every
Yeah.
year. Once
Mm-hmm.
in a while, but it's not too much.
Mm-hmm.
Of the morning, a little bit, then afternoon gone already.
Yeah. Do you miss there right now?
Right. Well, the Canada, first time I came to Canada, it's a lot of snow. Then I was surprised. Oh, never used to have the snow there every day, but Canada, they had a lot of snow in the mountain, every place. So I had to change my clothes. It's a warm clothes I had to buy.
I see.
That's a different was. Then
Mm,
language is so hard to learn, but eventually I learned things so I can probably talk to people, understand this
mm,
almost 6 years and live in Canada right now.
yeah. So would you mind asking how old were you when you went back to Japan, and then also how old were you at the time when you returned to Canada?
Well, I can't remember because I was a small probably, so parents take down to Japan.
Mm,
I can't remember so when I went, but I lived a little while there. I came back middle of the 1950.
1950 is the like
1950.
you're in a teenage?
No, just past the teenage.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Do you wanted to add anything about your roots or
No,
no? Okay, go to next questions. Okay. Okay. So I know many people are having a stress because we have limitations in our life during the pandemic. Do you have any stress because of the pandemic?
yes, I had 6 months ago, probably I had, but learned coronavirus. So I had to change my living style. Thing what everybody did now is put mask on when you go out, coming back, you gotta wash your hand. The second stage is you have to look after yourself, then everybody's safe, like your friend, your family, neighbor. That second stage. Third stage is you have to make it comfortable yourself. So probably we have to change our everyday lifestyle. So I change it. Right now, I don't have not too much stress.
So you're saying that changing your like how you think to cope with the stress.
Yes, because important is you have to look after yourself and the people are safe. That means that you have to under the rule and the regulation. So make sure you keep that point. Then you have to change your life a little bit. Difficult to senior, but we have to keep going that way. But it's safe.
Yeah, it just seems to me it's really difficult to do changing my perspective because I'm used to thinking in this way or that way. How do you have any suggestion how I can change, like to adapt to the new situation?
So, well, everybody knows the senior, very hard to accept new things that come around every day. But like a coronavirus, you have to accept, then you're gonna change your lifestyle.
Mm.
So probably some people can, somebody help to do that, but some people do by themselves, fine. So I think that this, everybody have to learn a little bit more coronavirus.
Mm.
Then you have to change, then you change.
Mm-hmm. Can you share with us your daily like lifestyle?
So my lifestyle is simple.
Hmm.
Just I get up in the morning, I do a little bit simple exercise just to stretch the arm, the leg. Then I will walk 15 minutes or 20 minutes. Then I have breakfast. That's my morning.
Mm-hmm.
Then Japanese stations, they have the news come around 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So I listen. That's the morning.
Mm.
Afternoon, whatever I want to do, something I do.
Mm.
That's it.
So how do you keep in a good health?
Well, I think it's you have to think it's a good exercise. So some people not able to do, but it's, you try. Even a sit, you can move your arm straight and the leg. So if you do that every day, so maybe 2 times, 3 times a day, I think much better condition.
Mm.
But if you don't sit, do anything, that means really, I think bad. So
Mm.
I just to keep myself, my health every day, try to walk on the morning 50 minutes, maybe afternoon 50 minutes. That I do. That's to concentrate on walking.
Mm-hmm. But it's really hard to do. Like to saying it's easy, but to do practicing what you said daily basis, it's so hard. You how we can motivate to keep like walking, early in the morning or afternoon after lunch? Do you have any suggestion? Like what makes you motivate to keep doing things, the good things?
But to me, it's a walking are very good for me, so I keep doing. But some people, you were senior, you have to watch it very carefully. It's a step.
Mm.
You don't want to fall down. It's a broken leg. That you gotta watch it very carefully. Even though you have the walker, and sometimes danger them even have the walker. So you have to think at that point. And
Okay.
you're okay if you just carefree.
Mm-hmm. So, can you share with us what is the most important thing you keep in mind for daily life?
Well, I put as past time, then I just a focus day. Like then I do best I can do. You don't talking behind past every time, but important is how you keep in today yourself, earth. So I don't talking past every time.
So the passing is just a pass and then just forget and then just think about right now or the day.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that you are like listening the world news like a daily basis, and you are open to new things or new stuff like technology or things like that. Do you have some of the example or suggestions to the people how to keep open mind?
As, sometimes it's very hard to talk to the people. Some people won't accept it. Some people not talking to somebody. But then if you get something you want to do, something you find out yourself something, not before you never did. So I think if your mind is do something, the most important, I think your mind is today. As a senior, I'd say if you don't do anything, just don't sit. But example, a lot of people told me if you have pencil, a pen, one notebook, and write down every day, what did you have, what do you want to do, something like that. I think they say very important to your mind. So I think I don't do, so I cannot talk too much about it, but I think it's really good thing to do that. Then maybe don't sit down.
Okay. Yeah. Is that last thing that you want to share or you wanted to tell the audience? I think the audience is yeah, the majority of them are seniors, I think. Do you have any message to our participants today?
Well, I'd like to share with you, I think it's hope better day that coming. So it's just looking for is better every day now on. But I don't know when they're going to finish this coronavirus. But just a little bit more patient we need. So just a patient right now.
Patient. And then keep moving.
Keep moving.
Yeah, and then don't think about past and stay focused right now. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, Nakawata-san. So he will stay till 3 o'clock till Q&A. So if you can mute yourself, so I can do that, I think. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so the next speaker is Mrs. Nancy Sora. Nancy, can you unmute yourself? I think you did,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, Nancy. Thank you
Okay.
for your time today. Okay, so Nancy is one of our tenants as well. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and your roots?
Okay. I'm a third generation. I'm a Sansei, Japanese Canadian. My maternal grandparents on the left, they emigrated to Canada from Mukaijima, that's in Hiroshima Prefecture. And that picture on the left is their oldest daughter, who they sent to Japan just as a baby. So the rest of the family never got to know or meet this older sister. So the second picture is my family. It's my grandfather in the middle, in the front, with his 5 children there. There was a 6th daughter, but she's not in there. I think she got married. And my mother is on the extreme right. She was about 15 when her mother passed away. So she became the cook and looking after the rest of the younger children. My parents, my mother was born in 1912 on Sea Island, which is now the current location of Vancouver Airport. And my father was born in Hilo, Hawaii, and he came to Canada as a teenager with his older brother. And that's a picture of my parents' wedding on the right-hand side. They got married in 1937. I was born in Vancouver General Hospital. I was the oldest of 3 daughters. And after Pearl Harbor, my family, together with my grandfather and all the extended family, were forced to relocate to a sugar beet farm in Alberta. And after the war, my family moved east to Northern Ontario, where I spent my elementary and high school years. And then in 1962, I moved to Toronto, where I met my husband, Ray, and we got married and raised 3 daughters. And my husband and I.
Yeah, maybe I can move to another picture.
Okay. I see. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I had some family pictures.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to explain that?
Yeah,
picture?
that's me on the left. I think I was about a year and a half or something like that. And then on the right is a picture of myself and my sister Dorothy, who is also at Momiji right now.
Yeah.
So
and
I
then
was
also
about 4.
she's here right now. Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
want
Is she
you want to
on there?
wave?
Oh, is she on
Dorothy?
there?
Where's Dorothy? Dorothy. Yeah, you can. Yeah, wave.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
can. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it about my sister.
What's that? Yeah,
And we have
that's
another
really
younger
nice.
sister that was born in Northern Ontario. She was born after the war.
Okay, so
But
I'm
she's
going.
not in the picture.
Okay, I'm going to the next picture. Okay. So yeah. So maybe I can interrupt a little
Okay.
bit.
All right.
And then I can ask some of the questions. Yeah. So when I see Nancy and her husband in the building at the Momiji, they always like be active, like walking in the buildings and with a headphone to listening the music, right, Nancy?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That keeps me going. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you keep in good health?
Well, the walking helps. I think even just first thing in the morning, if you can wake up with a thankful heart, just to be alive and breathing, and you've got another day ahead of you, just to be thankful. Good health, I guess you need to have good sleep. They say sleep is important, that you get a good night's rest as much as you can, or take a nap in the afternoon. Good food, which we get here, lots of it.
So do you cook like every day, like for yourself and then your husband? Actually,
my husband is the cook.
Oh, nice.
He does the cooking, but we don't do too much cooking. We get a lot of our meals from Momiji, and we have a daughter that brings the meal once a week, but he will make the lunches and, the soup and the sandwiches. So he's been cooking for the last 30 years.
Lucky you.
Oh, yes, I'm happy. He's very good too.
Yeah. So does the pandemic impact you in your daily life? Like any kind of stress or?
Well, at the beginning, it was difficult because we couldn't see our families. We couldn't get together with our friends, but we're kind of used to that now. And we have each other so we can talk to each other. And that's a big thing, I think. And we talk to our children through Zoom or the other one, Skype. And we play games with them too. That keeps us interacting with them. Right. So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have a stress right now? Like
I don't have any stress. No, I think my Christian faith is a big positive thing. We meet regularly with our church people online on Zoom, and either we have our service that we can watch, and we have prayer times that we can pray for one another and with each other. And that I think is a big plus for me anyway.
Yeah. So besides that, you joined a lot of online exercise program, right? Do you want to share with us a little bit? What kind of program you are?
Tuesday and Thursday mornings, we have that seated exercise. And then we have the fall prevention, which is a balance and coordination exercise. And that is so good. It just keeps your body, well, hopefully in working order. And then on Wednesday, there's twice a month, there's a Zoom dance exercise. We just finished one this morning or this afternoon at 1:30. And I think on another Wednesday, there's a Japanology and there's art and tea. We take a virtual tour of the museum and so on. So there's lots of things that keep us busy and active physically and mentally. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Besides those online exercise, what kind of activities that do you do in your own time?
I do a lot of, one of our friends here gives us a newspaper at the end of the day when she's finished. So I do I like to do the Sudoku there. And there's a thing where you unscramble the words, the letters, and make a word, and then you have to guess what the picture represents. And I enjoy that kind of thing. Yeah. And on my iPad, I do, what is that? Solitaire quite a bit. And there's a couple of other things that I do once in a while.
And then of course that you communicate with your family or friends through,
through Zoom. Yeah, and I have quite a few people here that I know, so it's always nice to see them. I run into them downstairs or wherever, and able to just say hello and have a short chat with them. So that's good. I think that's very important too, to keep in touch with your family and whatever friends you can talk to, and
Okay, so the next question is, you said you don't have any stress right now, but if you have a stress, how do you manage? How you cope? Strategy? Do you have any coping strategy for your stress?
Well, you know, the pandemic is out of our control. We can't do anything about it, so we just need to stay positive. I think that's a big thing. Not to let that pandemic get you down and you get too stressed out that you can't do anything. I think one way is to keep our minds and body active with your family. Oh, there's a picture of our family. On the top is Ray and I celebrated our 50th about 6 years ago. It's almost 7 years ago now. And that was the picture taken at the church. They gave us, there was about 4 or 5 other couples that celebrated their 50th. So we had a celebration at the church. So that was nice. And then on the bottom left is a picture of Ray and I at the back with my mother. And then our 3 daughters. The oldest daughter in the middle lives out in Calgary, Alberta. And the other 2 live in Toronto, and we see them occasionally, either on Zoom or in person once in a while. And on the right, that was taken in 2015, just after Ray had his heart surgery. He had a triple bypass, and in October, November, and by Christmas, he was doing quite well. So we got together at Christmas time at my daughter's house in Mississauga. And so that's the whole family there with our sons-in-law and our 4 grandchildren in the back sitting beside us.
Thank you so much, Nancy. So I interrupted your, talking, going back to the marriage, I think it was the time that you are talking about marriage with your husband. So do you want to continue what's left?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. Okay. Do you have any message to our participants today, Nancy? Like how we can, what's the message, like a message that you want to,
to keep
wanted
your
to
to keep your mind and your body active, whatever way you can, whether it's Zooming or walking or taking part downstairs. I see some people doing the Zoom when they don't have their own computer, and they take part in the exercise, which is really excellent. You keep in touch with other people, especially family and your friends, either whatever way works for you.
Yeah.
And as I said before, just to get a good night's sleep. They say sleep is so important for us now.
Yeah. And then, I think that you are so creative. You and your husband also are very creative in that way. Because of the limitation of the pandemic, inside of the building, you exercise using a stairs from first to the 9th floor, right?
Well, no, I don't walk that far, no.
Yeah, but
steps,
use the stairs for like a couple of stairs. Like a 1 or 1 to 3 or 3 to 9. Then a different time.
I'm looking forward to walking outside when the weather, later in the spring and summer and in the fall.
Like today, it's very nice outside.
Yes,
so
I didn't get out today. I'm just too busy on Zoom today.
I see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I missed Nakawata 7 today, right? Okay. Anything that you wanted to say at the end, Nancy?
No, just stay positive as much as you can and move around using your mind and your body, like walking. Stay connected with your family if you have any, or even the friends that you've made here, if you can. Stay connected with them, and just know that each of us is a person of value, and we are all loved very much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nancy. And
you're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, so I will stop share. Okay, so so we learned from the two speakers that during the pandemic, it's limited environment. You cannot access to the exercise program, or to not to talk to the cannot see your family or friends, but you can be creative, or you can stay active and stimulate your brain by socializing your family member or friends. And to keep active, it's the tips from our speaker.